Tuning into AM Rocklands once again. We are joined by Town of Haverstraw Supervisor Howard Phillips, and he's going to give us some updates on what is happening around Haverstraw over the next several weeks. Howard, thank you once again for being on the Rockland News Show.
Oh, it's a pleasure, Tom, and thank you for doing this. It's so important that, we have some way of communicating to the people in Rockland County all the wonderful things that are going on, and also, in case there's any pending or immediate things that we need to inform them about. But I'd just like to
Yeah,
begin. Last night was the watch fire at Bowline Point Park. And I really have to thank the Vietnam veterans. They do an incredible job. Tom Carroll emceed the evening. Tom's a Vietnam veteran. But I want to thank all the men that put the watch fire together. It really is a concerted effort with a number of people. But I especially want to just shout out to Pete Novak. He really is there day and night helping build this entire watch fire. His son's there with him. And there are many others, but Pete really is the catalyst behind all of this, does an amazing job. But thank you to everyone that attended. And as I said last night, it's so important that we remember that we pass on this legacy to our children so that they remember, because it is extraordinary the courage, the determination that the men and women who have fought in battle have demonstrated, that we remember them. And now the watch fire will continue tonight at 7 o'clock. They will have the retiring of colors. That's the United States flags that are worn, and
nice.
you need to dispose of them. You can bring them down there. We also have a bin at town at the Haverstraw Town Hall. You can do that at. But again, it was just a very moving. And what I love about it is after the Vietnam veterans call out the names of those who are no longer with us, who have
Yeah,
passed on, they offer to the public an opportunity to call out anybody's name that has served our country in the military, and they then have an opportunity to shout out their names of any war, and or
right.
even if they served during a time when there was no war. So it's a very, very moving ceremony. And I also want to thank Leo Ladders because they held our memorial services this past Monday down at Mount Repose. It's a beautiful
Hmm.
monument, absolutely gorgeous. We have not only this beautiful statue, I should call it it's like a plaque and a statue, remembering the people who fought in World War One. As a matter of fact, if you
Hmm.
look on the back of the monument, you will see the names of all the men from Haverstraw that fought in World War One, and it is amazing how many names are on there. You would think it was the entire town served during World War One, but it
Yeah,
was a beautiful ceremony. And again, Leo Ladders does a great job. Bob Marino was the MC of that, did a fantastic job. And I just want to give a big shout out to our Parks Department because whether it was last night or whether it was on Monday, they do an amazing job getting everything ready and assisting. So it really is a very special time during the year.
yeah,
Other than
without a
that,
doubt.
we had our law enforcement recognition night Tuesday at the Haverstraw Town Hall. This is where we have an opportunity to recognize dozens of officers who have done outstanding work above and beyond, and really have protected the residents and citizens of Haverstraw and Rockland County. And it is a wonderful night. We really turn everything over to the chief of police, John
Hmm.
Gould, Captain Ian Kay, and the lieutenants. We have Lieutenant Figueroa, Lieutenant Hanson, and Lieutenant Schweitzer, and they do an amazing job. They choose the different officers that they're going to recognize, but the families are all there, and that's a really wonderful opportunity because their children get to see and listen to the things that they did as a police officer. So it was a wonderful night. And
Yeah.
again, we have so many things going on. Right now, we're building or I should say, adding on to our new Tanahava Sports Recreation Complex.
That's
Tom,
right.
it's going to be great. We're going to have a skateboard park, rollerblade as well. We're having a new playground, a very expansive playground equipment. We are going to be putting in three more pickleball courts, physical fitness apparatus around the perimeter of the park,
Uh-huh.
and we're putting in more restrooms. So they're busy working on that right now at our new park. And of course, down at Bowline Point Park, we just redid the gutters in the Olympic sized pool, and we just redid the pool deck. So all of that came out wonderful. The pool's ready to go. So we're very, very excited about that.
That's
And I should
amazing.
give a shout out to everybody. We do this annually. A week from this Sunday. Normally it is this Sunday, but we had to push it back a week. We're having our 5K race.
Yes.
And that's where the towns of Haverstraw, Stony Point get together. We get together with the North Rockland School District, and we have a race. But what we're really doing is raising money for needy families, normally that have children with serious illnesses, and this money goes to help offset their medical expenses. So it'll be next Sunday
June
at
8th. Yeah.
Bowling Point Park. The kids race begins at 8:30. The adult at 9. It's a great time. Coach Cassarella's there, Supervisor Jim Monahan, myself, elected officials, and it's a great time. It's fun, and it's a great time, and everybody seems to rally around in North Rockland, Haverstraw, Stony Point, when families are in need. So I'm really happy about that.
And just to note, for those of you that are interested in checking out the 5K run walk, you can obviously Google it. It'll show right up. It's top search engine ranking. But it's the Children's Fun Run, if I'm not mistaken, Howard. It's free, right? So
Yes,
they can run for free,
they
and
can
then
run for 3, and everybody gets a medal.
everybody gets a medal. All right, finally I get a medal. Um, yeah, right. So now we're going to be there. We're probably going to be selling Rockland Music Fest tickets through the North Rockland Chamber of Commerce because they're one of the table vendors. So pretty
Oh,
psyched about
wonderful.
that.
That's
Yeah, yeah.
great, Tom.
Stephanie
I'm
and them over
glad.
there. Yeah, and I'm not on, like, I should mention, I think you know this. I'm not on the chamber board anymore, but I left it in really good hands with which I'm happy about. Is Stephanie is just knocking it out of the
Yeah,
ballpark. Just knows where to be
wonderful.
and what to do. I was more just like, can anybody tell us what we can do? Yeah. So she's doing a great job over
You did
there.
an excellent job. You did an excellent job. I'm so glad we have the chamber and the Rotary. It brings a lot of
Yeah.
business people together, and I appreciate the fact that you always invite us so we can speak and let everybody know what we're doing, but more so to hear from the business owners. Some ideas, recommendations, concerns. It always helps. And
Yeah.
with that, we just had two new businesses open.
All
We had a
right.
liquor store open in the Thiels Mount Ivy Shopping Center. Congratulations to them.
Hmm.
And I think we're
Congratulations.
one of only two locations to have a cannabis retail store.
Yes. Now, what
Uh,
is cannabis? I'm not familiar with that.
geez, I'm not sure myself
Yeah.
either. It's a product that I guess people like to use, and it helps them relax. It's used for anxiety. It's used for different illnesses,
Yeah.
and I think the products that they have there, the whole line of things, Tom, is amazing. And
Yeah. And
I
we
had
did an
one.
interview with the owners. They
Oh,
are such
wonderful!
sweet people.
Yes,
Oh my goodness,
yes,
they're giving back. They're going to help people. They're going to do like counseling for people with PTSD, returning veterans. The
yep,
whole nine yards. Just really, they're definitely in it not just for the money. That and I mean, let's face it, they're in a bank. They're going to make bank,
yep.
but. I get the sense that they're also very community minded. It seems that way.
Yeah, I do too. Without question, I had a great discussion with them at the ribbon cutting, and I've met them before. And it's right down from our police station on Route 202, Garnerville Fields, right on the border of Garnerville Fields. It used to be where the old Viking was, and then it became TD Bank, and
Mm-hmm.
people will drive right by there, they'll see it. And as I said, it's probably in a great location. but the security that they have,
Yes.
not only they have somebody at the door, you got to get buzzed in. They have cameras, and as I said, they're right down the
Buzzed
road
in.
from the police station. It's a pretty great location for it.
And
So
it's the
I
first drive-through. I can't even like fathom this. I mean, I'm a '90s child, okay,
just
but I can't even just fathom just like it's a drive-through
uh
dispensary, and they also suggest you're like, all right, you order it 15 minutes in advance, but wait until you get home. The same thing if you pick up a
yeah.
six-pack over at the convenience store, wait until you get home. So they're safety minded, but like a drive-through, like
There
what
you go.
year do we live in? What year do
somebody
we live in?
somebody should get a food truck right next to there and sell some food and
Munchies.
some potato chips, maybe, in case they
Yeah,
get the
seriously.
munchies. But
It
the
would be,
product is very potent. I mean, it's
I'm
much
told,
more
yeah.
potent.
I'm
Yes,
told
and
about it. Yeah.
and it isn't cheap. It's very expensive. So I think people are going to be amazed at the prices.
Right.
But
Yeah.
hey, look, some people really can use it. We really do have a mental health crisis in our country now, and
Yep.
things that you can do to help people relax and get the anxiety off their shoulders. Those are good things to do.
I
They
think
really
so.
are.
And
They
and I've
really are.
found that I'm just talking about just research and everything. Research shows that certain depending upon if people, I'm a big fan of people that microdose, so that it just enhances certain things. So an example is like I have friends that obviously imbibe, and it enhances their musical capabilities and their reading comprehension and their
Uh huh.
creativity doing video, audio, stuff like that. I mean, I my first company's web design, so I'm around that sort of vibe.
Uh huh.
But the key, in my opinion, and this is just me looking at it from the outside, is just as my mom used to say, everything in moderation.
Yes, yes, yes.
So same thing with
That's what the Greeks used to say all the time. The ancient Greeks. Everything there's a balance, and you need everything in moderation.
yeah, absolutely. So I think it's a
Although
good
I'm
rule.
going to recommend to the supervisors that our next supervisor luncheon be there at the cannabis shop. So we'll see how that goes.
Indeed, and that actually reminds me. Remember, like about 2 years ago, I did a presentation with all the supervisors. They were kind enough to drop by over at Banchetto. I think I'm doing another one,
Uh
so
huh.
I'm gonna send out a notification, and
Wonderful.
yeah. So I think it would be cool. Just give everybody an update. I mean, so much has happened over the last 2 years. It's unbelievable.
Yeah, and let me end with saying to everybody, because I know everybody always wants to put in their calendars when our fireworks are. Right now, we have it scheduled for July 2nd.
Yeah.
I believe that's a Wednesday, and the rain date will be the next night, July 3rd. And of course, the 4th is on a Friday, so we'll be off on there. So again, July 2nd, we begin the concert at 7 o'clock. Fireworks begins roughly around 9:30,
Hmm.
lasts for about 20 minutes. So hope to see you there. We think we're going to have another great show. We're looking forward to it, and we'll see how it goes. And Tom, I look forward to doing this on a weekly basis.
Yes, thank you. Yeah, in we're lining it up with the supervisors, county executives, so we'd love to have you on the show on a weekly basis, and we'll coordinate to make sure that schedules synchronize well.
Well, thank you so much, Tom. We'll talk soon.
Thank you, and thanks for setting up those watch fires and helping to coordinate that. That's such an important thing. And
It
you
is.
said 7 p.m. tonight, right?
It's 7 p.m. tonight to retire United States flag. So if you have an old flag, you can bring it down during the daytime, and they will retire it at 7 o'clock tonight.
Gotcha. I'm gonna see if I could swing by for that.
It's at Bowline Point Park. You can't miss it off of Sansomdale Avenue.
All right, Town of Haverstraw Supervisor Howard Phillips, thank you for being on AM Rockland this morning. We'll talk soon.
Thank you, Tom Mill. We'll talk next time about Rockland Green.
All
Take
right,
care now.
appreciate it.
Bye bye.